And hello everyone for everybody that is watching this on Discord or watching this afterwards on YouTube when I re-upload it because of course bad connection, confinement, all that. So I enabled the video almost there. Yeah. So the recording hi on the Discord. Um, so yeah, you should see the thing on the recording too. So I shall be able to see your question on Discord if you have some in the same time. So don't hesitate. And yeah, I'll go back watching this model that I worked on like month ago to hopefully finish this series of live that never ended. And let's directly work in Substance Painter. The UV layout should be ready. If it's not, I will probably have to roll back a few things, but yeah. Let's make a new file. uh, Select a file. Okay. So we have the jacket that is a separated texture. That's great. And yeah, let's see what is that. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I will just remove the channels that are not needed, keeping just base color as usual. And let's start by applying base colors. So a fill layer. It's been a while that I didn't use this. Material should be base color everywhere. And my stylus is completely on the side. Then this is not good. Phew. Uchi, yes. Let's see. What I want to do as usual is black mask, and here background layer, black mask, and I will paint on this mask base color basically. I mean choosing first fill color actually. Fill layer, yes. Where are my fill layers properties? Must be somewhere. Yeah. And that should be, oh yes, it should be a white mask, or yeah, black, okay. So after that I select the polygons and voila. Okay, that works. Perfect. So I will look out for my references, obviously, which are somewhere under the rainbow or 3D characters. I'm looking on my other screen. 1 second while I. So I got the pretty pictures of Delmas, and let's open one that has clear line and compression colors. And yeah, oops, this needs to be above, but probably, and I should be able to select the colors according to all that. So as usual, fill layer number 1, fill layer number 2, etc., etc. Again, if I made my UV layout first proper enough, this is a piece of cake. That's the great part. The more it's a general good thing. I mean, the more things are planned and prepared beforehand, the easier it is in the end afterwards. Good organization is good. Up, this one, this one. Oh, actually, this color is more for the jacket. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to work. I should. Okay, I should uh, select the material of the jacket, create a new. Okay, create a new layer and this one, black mask, etc. And I select this and well, for truly, I mean, for the base color should be that, yeah. And there will be, of course, lines. So I will do a new fill layer, call it lines, because I'm a very well organized person. and simply, yeah, do that. A black mask, and I shall be able to add some more lines and stuff when I want to. Also, let's get back to the body, and I will simply select my pre-selected the pre-selected parts. Let's see. Let's do darkening layer. I need to find what were the colors without the jacket. I'm not quite sure. Of course, the skin part. For that, I actually should get the head color. Okay. A black mask, as always. I really didn't took zero time to actually do the shoes UV layout. I should fix that a bit. So let's save this. By the way, I didn't even save that properly, which is a shame. I will take a reference. Regarding the naming, and 1 second. I see a question. Amy, if you want to find the colors without the jacket, check the episode where Xana controls Delmas and Taxi. Oh yeah. Actually, that's the ultimatum. But I must have reference actually of that one. I didn't even check all the pictures, but yeah, you're completely right. Yeah, actually, I have. I don't. I have pictures of that episode, but not on the moment on which he doesn't have he removes his jacket, which is very silly of me. Well, if anyone wants to check that directly, or I will do it later, no souci, no problem. Okay, so I will. Yep. I mean, if anyone has 2 minutes to lose for me, I will say that Delmas Body Season 3, and let's save it here. And I will also open where is my, yeah, okay, that model I want actually to just grab those. Same thing here, and I will take the UV. Oh no, it didn't crash. I thought it had crashed. Yeah, they're here. So let's take a bottom view and some. It's actually a new version of C4D, so we never know. Maybe there's some new features, but I don't think there's what I would need. So let's simply do as usual. And fixing the shoes. Yep. And I save and export again because nothing better than exporting some FBX or OBG. OBG and saved. Good. I then close that entirely, then reopening this, hopefully not breaking the whole thing by then in the project configuration updating the file. Yeah, seems to have survived. So let's continue with this ongoing stuff. That layer is shadows. Let's redisplay the wireframe somewhere. What the hell? Okay, it actually crashed. It was not nice. Why not? Didn't shut down correctly? No, really. Okay, so back in time. What a lame process. Shadows. Hopefully I had already started to save. Just a little, just enough. Okay, let's again add that also here. Okay. Then also somewhere here. Actually, it's not the color of the shoes. The color of the shoes is much darker. And there shall be some things, stylized, whatever thing is. Where is the... There should be some place where I can actually select displaying the wireframe. I'll find it soon enough. Shadow settings, probably not. I don't. Yeah, that's here. Let's show the wireframe. And hopefully, yeah, I should be able to paint those. then some lines. Okay. Even darker. That's cool. Let's see again the rest of the tie. Yes, that's the word I was searching for, the translation of cravate in French, which is tie. Um, is this, that's your question, is this the last character you will do for the story mode? You mean for the chapter 1 or for the entire story mode? Because Delmas isn't even planned in chapter 1. Although I can add more easily any character. For the entire story mode, it's like I'm not even at half of the number of characters. Mostly because I did a lot of variation for the main characters, but it's absolutely not the last. I mean, I really have so many to add, like many, 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 many. Did I say many? Many. Really a lot. I had posted a while ago a screen about uh, a not spoiling screen about all the characters that were in progress and that I had to do, sorry. And yeah, it's still quite big. And are you going to use some model from Mosberg? I'm in discussion to make him possibly make him do additional background characters. So characters that you're likely not going to talk to a lot, or that just are really side characters. Yes, that's a strong possibility. Because otherwise I will never end up the project, and that's Uzbek learned quite some of his thing by watching me, so he knows a lot about how I work, and I already be, I he often asked me for reviews of his work, and I'm criticizing very hard, and he takes it well when I criticize hard, and that's why, and we have a good relationship with that, because he accepts my criticism that generally aren't friendly, because when somebody asks me for critique, I give critique. But I know that we work well together, because he can take those criticism well, and on the course of time he improved, and we all saw that, I guess, that he just improved all the time. So yeah, there might be something related to that, some collaboration for once, apart, from the translation, beta testing, and help from Dragon Grow. There might be and acting, of course, and actors' voices. There might be a new collaboration being set up regarding that, because again, he's good for what he does, and I think he starts to have the level I require for side characters, the level of quality and the optimization that I want in terms of look and style of the characters, and so on. So yeah, because otherwise I will. That's true that it takes a lot of time, Yeah, I definitely want to do something good. I mean, it's not the news, but that can lead me to lose, not to lose, but to spend too much time on on stuff. So I don't want to lose the. I know it's not about losing; it's about spending. Sorry, but I don't want to spend time on the stuff that I could, for once, uh, give to someone else. It's very rare that I have stuff that I can give to other people because usually they don't do it the way I want, or they won't have the either the level or the organization basically or the productivity that I require because I'm very involved in this project. So I generally want people that are very involved, and that's very hard to find, and that's completely understandable because I'm asking to volunteers. I mean, I'm not paying them. So there might be something. We might do something with Uzbek. I will give the detail when we are more concrete about that. Although he already has a good implication in terms of helping for the architectural references of Calic, which means he really helped me to get a sense of proportion, architecture sizes, and stuff like that. So I could model based on his models, uh, more advanced version of the location that I wanted for Calic. So we have this good stuff going on. But even if I wanted to, sadly, I couldn't directly use his models because they are not made in a way that is made for game engines. It's not optimized for it, and that's totally fine for what he does. But that wouldn't work on my side, and that would be very complicated to push him to do the stuff to work perfectly for the way I want them to. I don't want to pressure him to do that. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be efficient. That wouldn't help, and that not always would give the result that I would want. So for that, I keep working on that on my own. But I get help and references from him. So that helped for the Cadic part, and other than that, it's the story about the side background characters that on which he might tremendously help me. But yeah, again, let's wait a bit, and I will give you more details when I have, because of course that's a long-term plan. That's just about making like one or two models. So that he will probably, if he does, end up doing as much character model as I did. So that's already a lot that I did. So if you had, as much work for background characters, that might do, quite a lengthy, lengthy work. So yeah, you can see it on the right screen, but I was trying to find those edges to move them on a different place in this. Yep. Export, not FBX. I want an OBG. Yes. OBG, OBG, OBG. So yep. Project configuration, dating the file, and yeah. So where was I? Well, actually, if anyone could go on YouTube and find me the ultimatum episode with Delmas without his jacket and post me some screens on the channel live, no mic, that would actually save me some time. So don't hesitate if you have nothing to do, I will be very much grateful. And I'm back to working on the tie. So shadows, stuff, work to do. Mm. The design of Delmas is quite interesting because it's a lot of hard lines and well-defined shapes. So it's cool to work on that. I mean, the texture part, it's a pleasure because yeah, design is good, colors are interesting, they're nice too. So great thing. This character is very well designed. Oh, nice. Some pictures. Oof, they are very small. Aren't they like the super? Yeah, yeah, they're very small. And well, I need the colors, so yeah, better pictures where he isn't in gray xenified hit mode. But yeah, yeah. Thank you, Tiago. Oh, I see pictures being posted. Super. Oh, perfect. What the? Isn't that the best pose ever? That's really fun ones. I like that. Thank you very much. That will be enough. Um, Again, I really like working on those because again, rather than rewatching one more time episodes, like as if you're trying to feel like you never saw them. Uh, I really like to do that because I mean one of the pleasures of doing that is that again you really take the time to watch at stuff you would never in any way watch, and you kind of start to see the same way the creators and or the people that worked on the project saw it because they've spent so much more time on those pictures, on those designs and stuff. You don't realize it when you're just a watcher. You know, you don't have the same look when you're the creator of the content. But when you actually start to pose the frame, to look at it for some time and stuff, you I can guarantee you this is a very similar feeling to the one that the actual creator had on it. Because you can be a long-term fan of anything, like having this series, for example. You might have watched this series for like years and years and years, and watched it actually for a longer time span than the creators themselves, but you never really watch it with the same eyes as a creator because you rarely like do I mean everybody, me included, you never really do a frame by frame pause or break or whatever. But when you start to do that, when you start to study the design, trying to do fan art, I guess, in any way, you really start to have the very much the same kind of approach, and that's cool. That's very cool. Just the shots and the framing, and yeah, all the fighting sequence are very interesting to see frame by frame, or at least shot by shot. I mean, whoever took the time to watch at this shot, yes, it works well. I mean, it's cool. It's a bit cheap, of course, in many ways, but that I mean that works. That's great, and that's good composition. That's very fine. I like that, and we can appreciate that. I mean, if I ever do a rewatch with you guys or whoever else, I can assure you that um, I would do a frame by frame rewatch, a shot by shot, not like oh let's watch the episode and that's about it. That's not interesting for me. I mean, not as much as that because you really see the things, you rediscover everything. I'm nervously checking that OBS is still recording that, but it is, so it's fine. Again, I'm working really on details that will never be seen because we very much not have close-ups like that in the game, but well, we never know. Again, most of the close-ups will be when you are rarely in FPS view and that you have characters next to you. So when you are on a chair, and I already try to avoid those situations. Um, and because I think it's never good enough to be seen that close, apart from some details, but especially on the face, it's much complicated to have close up. Um, but I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, you get the idea. Uh, let's see what we can do in the jacket. When I'm, again, yes, nervously saving stuff. Mm-mm-mm. Matthews and Tiago. Yes, thanks for your references. They definitely help a lot. That's exactly what I needed. Where is that? Question from Suji. I don't know if I can only ask about the game, but anyways, no, you can ask about other stuff. That's the great thing about lies. Do you speak Spanish? I don't. I nervously, absolutely don't. Nope. I never got to Spain actually, which is a shame because it's not very far from where I live usually, which usually I'm in Montpellier, which is the south of France. And yeah, it's not that far from Spain. So one day I will. But I don't even speak Spanish. What a shame. I took German in my uh, years at school as a second language after English, and uh, and I went to Germany. It was fun. But since then, I've of course forgot everything. Not fun otherwise. Well, you'll be able, Ego, if you can't see the stream now, at least you'll be able to see quickly the result in YouTube. You know. Will you, question from Suji, will you put the Disco Gym video in on the game? Well, I never reuse footage, direct footage from the series, including footage within the footage. But I still have some plans to redo it entirely. And, as a full length video. I mean, not a 1 minute video, but a full remade loop, proper remade loop from that. Completely remade. Because why not? Of course, since then my ambitions have been getting a bit high, so I have much more things to do. So this is a bit sidetracked. I mean, I've pushed it lower in my priority and to-do list because again, 10 years on the game already. 11, I don't want to spend 15 years of my life on the game. But that's definitely something I wish to do. Um, we'll see. I mean, the main was still breakdance, but I mean, I have to do the the one of the other one we talked about because I already asked for a remake of my official music man. I've asked him to do a remake of the Disco Gym video loop song, and well, he did it already, so now I'm kinda obliged to to make something out of it. I mean, in the worst case, I will reuse existing footage and stitch it together. from the show, but I don't want to. Especially since it's not even complete, you know. There needs to be some more composition and stuff to have the full loop. Let's remove the wireframe. Not bad. Um, um, let's see the references again. Yeah. Okay. Pants again. Let's. A lot of work to do on that. Let's see. It's a well-detailed pant. So, what shall we do? First, the baguette. Where it is? Here, I guess. Duck. It starts to look like Delmas jacket as I remember it in the show. It's great. Happy, happy, happy I am. I must check the hour also, just to be sure I don't take too much time, unnecessary time. Doesn't look very good. You have question is you have two computers, right? Right now I have two screens. In terms of computer, I have a laptop, and I have at my apartment I have a standard, base computer. What are we missing? Oh, of course. The tie doesn't have the thingy here. Yeah, I very rarely had the tie myself, so not something that I would realize here. Up. Oh, there's of course the motif, and oof, my laptop is burning. My fingers. Uh, it would be nice probably if I. Well, okay, let's try anyway. Thinking out loud. Um, Still saving like a devil, just in case. Um, How far are we from something very cool? Not so far, I think. Let's read some, yeah, just some lines here. But I guess we're almost, we're not so far from reaching the end result. Is there anything that might not work? Am I missing anything? I don't think so, but do you see anything that is missing? I think not. I'll have to straighten up that a bit, just to add some fake shadow because it's not working from a distance. So let's add one more layer. It's actually on the wrong. It's not on this layer, but on this one. Um, hmm. I need to add some. Well, actually, there's a line missing behind already. But yeah, on the overall. Shadow plus. In the end of FS Saga. Not sure how much of a saga it is. Any plans to do fan meetings? I'm always up for fan meetings, but we actually need to have fans and meetings, and as long it's not on my side to, have to plan stuff, and there's many fans that are basically outside France, so it starts to be a bit complicated. I mean, if there's like, a major number of Spanish fans that wants to meet me, or French, or a major part of French fans that wants to meet me, let us know. I mean, I'm all up for it, but it's not really me that can organize that. Not really the type of person that knows how to organize stuff like that. So I would let people, give me an invitation, and then I'll advise. If a group of fans wants to make me wants to make me how do you say, like, visit a country, their own country, they want to show me their own country, a group of 3 or 4 fans, I would love to. I mean, it would be a blessing. That gives a goal and that gives a destination. All up for it. I don't know about Portugal, so I have basically no any uh, uh, knowledge of it. Nothing. I have nothing against it. Nothing. I mean, again, all up for discovering new places. Yeah, I do live in Montpellier. Not right now, of course, because of COVID, but usually, yeah, that's where I'm living. I'm not that far from Portugal or Spain. Mm-mm-mm. Well, if you want to visit me, there's no problem too. Feel free. And bother me a lot. Sure, you would, but well, that's the fun part of being a fan. You always, you're sure to bother the person you're a fan of. 700 kilometers? Eh, that's close. Where do you live, Matthews? That's the part where I'm supposed to have enough culture to recognize your pseudo or name and deduce what's your country or your language, tongue language. North Italy. Oh, it's like it's super close. I'm supposed to know better Italian, but I don't know any of it. But I'm supposed to, because I have Italian lineage. Like, so one side of my family was Italian, so yeah, should have more knowledge of it. Still, I was missing the whole uh, learning the French. Oh, that must be ugh, awful, awfully hard. Mon pauvre, I would say. Uh, let's go now for the last finishing touch. The losange, which I forgot the name of in English. Do the thingy shape. You know it. You know about that shape. P- 15 more minutes, and I guess we'll be done. Seems a good chunk of time. Doesn't seem exactly like what it should be, because maybe it needs to be bigger. Not sure. Well, because this is not centered first. Mm, 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 mm. To some questionnaires. I'm really thinking in that person that you get involved in IFSCL that I talked about like a year ago. Can you say if it's a voice actor from the show? Now I can tell I can tell who that is and or what it is that this person is doing. The less I say, the better it will be for the surprise. Sorry. Sorry. I mean, what difference does that make really? One more, one more stuff, one more surprise, one more person involved. Couldn't change a lot, could he? It's okay. We know in the end it will be a really good surprise. Yeah, more than a surprise, I guess it's the result that is interesting. But yeah, actually, I'm just dwelling on stuff. But you get my point. Uh, look. Whew. Are we done? Are we done? I guess we are. Almost. I will have that would give me like 5 more minutes after the live to actually export the model and stuff and do the composition. But yeah, I guess. And I will finally be able to close that series of live, which is a series of live not only about Delmas, but it was about, I guess, maybe not Matthias or Bastian, but it was three characters, and I had like one series of live for the three of them. So yeah, closing that at least that would be great. There's another series of live that I kind of want to do would be like around trying to do animation for Lyoko Conquerors about the Conqueror, about the one that you know as William. And I'm using like the very old low-res model of the Wii game, because I don't care for your conquerors about what I'm using. I don't want to redo it, like a close quality model. I don't care about that. It's not the point because you have the view that is very far away and it needs to be like quite caricatural. It needs to be a caricature to be understandable from afar. But I will probably doing the Yukon Conquerors. The next live series of might more be about that. I mean the when I talk about series of lives, I mean the ones on which there will be Patreon rewards and that kind of stuff. Because otherwise, I've been like doing Lyoko Conquerors coding lives for like the past week. I've done a lot of them, but those are not really the ones I'm not recording them, especially because they're probably interesting for some on the code side, but I can't make a reward out of it for the patrons, so I don't really count them as lives. But yeah, that means that probably next series of live might be about that whole let's try to animate do animation for Williams, because animation is something I like to do, but 3D wise, it's more complicated, and my skill are far from perfect on that. And I want to do like some attacks and movement of William, and I might in the same process also do some coding parts. And the rewards might be for the patrons might be like some video renders of those attacks, or stuff like that, and that might be nice. So I'm thinking about doing that. That would be interesting, I guess. Uh, check it again. Whew. Are we done? I'm going to do just some more fixes here, but I guess after that we are done. I guess that's gone. That's good. That's done. Do we try to do a very wrong ray tracing rendering? Oh god, this is awful. Ugh. You can buy the figure now. That's the closest thing you would ever have from Lyoko costume, with all the shading. Awful 3D shading. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, so, well, let's end up there. I will, I would just do one more thing. The live picture. We'll do it. I'm gonna do it here. So let's see. What will be the number of this live stream? I guess it's 62. I guess must be that. Mm, Something like that. I don't know. Yep, I'm recording this one because it's linked directly linked to patrons and stuff like that. So I want just to be sure this is recorded once. So lives, I guess it must be 62. Yeah. So let's reopen. Actually, I need to do two pictures. One for 61 because there wasn't any kind of video for it. So because this one was 59, there's another 60, 61. Let's see on the pictures you've sent me. Um, that one is fun. Maybe dancing Delmas. Yeah, let's let's save this one as 61 and then 62 for with that. Not sure how long the live will be. Recording 1 hour and 50 minutes, 50, 40, 40, 50, well, almost 2 hours. So that's good. That's the length. That's a good length. What a nice Delmas costume. Mm, Yes, I guess we are good. I guess we're done. Thank you, everyone. Bye.